Hey guys, today we're going to talk about solving systems of equations by using substitution. So yesterday we did by graphing and we were trying to find the intersection. Today we're going to do that, but we're going to do it algebraically. So when you have a system, to solve it by substitution, you need to start by picking one of the equations to use. It doesn't matter which one. I like to pick the ones that have the variable by itself or pretty close to it. It doesn't involve many steps to get it by itself. So I'm going to work with this equation first. Our goal is to solve for one of the variables. So I'm going to get x by itself. I could get y. It does not matter. Okay, so in order to move this to the other side of the equation, we're going to subtract 2y from both sides. So then we're left with x equals 2 minus 2y. So we've solved for one variable. So now that we've done that, we're going to take what we just found, so x equals 2 minus 2y, and we're going to substitute it in for x in the other equation. Okay, so this is our other equation. We're going to substitute it right here. So we're replacing the x. So it starts off as 3x minus y equals 6. We're substituting this x in, so it becomes 3. This portion is what you're going to substitute in, 2 minus 2y. Then finish the rest of the equation, minus y equals 6. And then we're going to solve this equation. Distribute your 3 to both terms, so 3 times 2 is 6, minus 3 times a negative 2y is a minus 6y. Then we still have this minus y right here, equals 6. Combine like terms, so your like terms are your y's. Negative 6y minus y is a negative 7y equals our 6. Our goal is to get this by itself, so we need to subtract 6 on both sides. So on the left-hand side, this goes to 0. We're left with negative 7y equals 6 minus 6 is 0. So divide both sides by negative 7. So negative 7y divided by negative 7, you're left with y equals 0 divided by negative 7 is 0. So you found y equals 0. Now that we have that, we're going to take this answer and we're going to go back to the red equation. We know x equals 2 minus 2y. We now know 0 is y, so we're going to substitute 0 in for y. So it becomes x equals 2 minus 2 times our y value. Y is 0. So x equals 2 times 0 is 0. So 2 minus 0 is just 2. So now we have our coordinate pair. X equals 2 and y equals 0. So you need to finish by writing it together as a coordinate pair. So x is 2, comma, 0. And that is our answer. Great, so moving on to example 2. 2x plus 3y equals 6, and 4x plus 6y equals 6. Once again, it doesn't matter which equation you start with. I'm going to start with the first one, no particular reason. 2x plus 3y equals 6. And I'm going to solve for y this time. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So we're left with 3y equals 6 minus 2x. The goal is to get y by itself, so we're going to divide by 3 on both sides. So 3y divided by 3 is y equals 6 divided by 3 is 2 minus 2x divided by 3 is 2/3 x. So that is our y value. Now that we have y, we're going to take that and substitute it into the second formula for y. So we're going to be substituting it right here in the equation. Okay, so we solve for y, that's going to go right here. So we have 4x plus 6 times the quantity we just found, 2 minus 2/3 x equals 6. We need to distribute the 6. So 6 times 2 is 12 minus 6 times 2/3. So 6 times 2/3, remember there's a 1 underneath this, so 6 times 2 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So minus 4x equals 6. Combine like terms, so 4x minus 4x is 0x. 0x is just going to be 0. So we're left with 12 equals 6. That is not a true statement. Okay, so when this happens, there is no solution because this is not true. So no solution would be our answer. And if we think back to yesterday, no solution occurred when the lines never intersected or there are parallel lines. And that is our answer, no solution. So that can occur. All right, example 3. We want to find that solution again. It does not matter which equation you pick. So for example 3, I chose the second equation because y is already almost by itself. So in order to get y by itself, we need to move this 2x to the other side of the equation. So the inverse of subtraction is addition. We're going to add 2x to both sides. Once again, remember they're not lined up because they're unlike terms. So we have y equals -5 plus 2x. Now that we have solved for y, we're going to take this and we're going to substitute it into the first equation because we haven't used that one yet. So 4x minus 2y equals 10. This is our y value, so we're going to keep 4x minus 2 times the quantity of y which is this negative 5 plus 2x, which equals 10. We're going to distribute this negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 5 is a positive 10. Negative 2 times a positive 2x is a negative 4x equals 10. Combine your like terms. So 4x minus 4x is 0x again. So 0x is the same thing as saying 0. So we're left with 10 equals 10. 10 equals 10. That means, well, that statement is true. 10 does equal 10. So that means we have infinitely many solutions. And from yesterday, we talked about this. The lines coincide. It's one line directly on top of the other line. Okay, so those are the three different things that could occur. Now, a word problem. Example 4. An appliance store delivers large appliances using vans and trucks. When loaded, each van holds 4 appliances and each truck holds 6. If 42 appliances are delivered and 8 vehicles are full, how many vans and trucks are used? All right, so we have to start by writing our two equations. I'm going to use V to represent vans and T to represent trucks. Okay. It tells us that there are 8 vehicles. So there's 8 vehicles in total. So I know there's some amount of vans and some amount of trucks, and they must equal 8. So V plus T equals 8. But then within the vans and trucks, they can hold different amounts of appliances. So when each van holds 4 appliances, so each van holds 4, so 4V plus each truck holds 6, so 6T equals the total number that they have delivered, so 42. Okay, now we're going to go through and solve for one of the variables. Once again, it doesn't matter which one you pick. I'm going to work with the first equation. So V plus T equals 8. I'll solve for V. So we're going to subtract T from both sides. So it becomes V equals 8 minus T. Now we're going to use that to substitute in. So our equation was 4V plus 6T equals 42. We know V is 8 minus T. So 4 times the quantity, 8 minus T, plus 6T equals 42. We need to distribute our 4. So 32 minus 4T plus 6T equals 42. Combine your like terms. So negative 4T plus 6T, negative 4 plus 6 is 2T. So we have 32 plus 2T equals 42. Our goal is to get 2T by itself. So we need to subtract 32 from both sides of the equation. So we're left with 2T equals 42 minus 32 is 10. We have to get T by itself, so divide by 2 on both sides of the equation. So T equals 10 divided by 2 is 5. So that's the number of trucks. Now that we have that, we can take that value and substitute it right here. So V equals 8 minus the 5 that we just found for trucks. So V equals 3. That means there are 5 trucks and 3 vans. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and do the 6.5 Solving Systems by Substitution workbook assignment. There are questions that are highlighted. Those are the ones you need to do. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15, and 16. They're highlighted on the PDF. You need to show your work. So either do that in a doc or attach a picture. Have a great day.